As we kick off the show looking at our trend of the week, brother and sister team Andrew and Lesley Scott have turned their passion for healthy living into a business. 2 years ago, they started the Fruit Cube, a company that delivers fresh fruit to workspaces. Joining us now from our Cape Town studios to tell us a little bit more about this organization and the significant amount of success they've achieved is the Fruit Cube co-founder, Andrew Scott. Andrew, so good to have you with us today, and thank you so much for making time. Perhaps if you can paint a picture for us and providing background as to how this company works and what the inspiration was behind starting it.
Yeah, sure, Gooks. Thanks for having me firstly. So we're a company that services other companies that are looking for a fun and easy way to improve employee wellness at the office. So obviously many ways to do this, but what we offer is a seasonal weekly fruit delivery for companies who in turn put that fruit out for their staff to enjoy. And really it's offering a very healthy and tactile staff benefit for employees. And just to touch on how it all came about, so many years ago I worked in Australia as an engineer, and we had fresh fruit delivered to our office on a weekly basis. And you'd think that the Aussies are civil, well-behaved people, but it was amazing to see when that fruit arrived how a dogfight erupted for a piece of fruit. And it just really struck me as such a positive element of the office environment. And on my return to South Africa many years later, I started looking into how we could offer something similar to companies here in South Africa, because I knew that there are many companies and offices here that could benefit in the same way that I benefited from having fresh fruit delivered. So slowly the bits and pieces and the mechanics of the business came together, and here we are 2 years later with a business that keeps climbing, and we're serving thousands of customers across Cape Town on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm. What do you think the secret behind your success is? I mean, you've brought a business model all the way from Australia and integrated it into South African business. What do you think the successes of this has been?
Well, I could probably list hundreds of things, from relationships through to customer service, but maybe, I just focus on customer service as one of our key areas that we focus on. And I think that's critical across any business, but when you're working in fresh produce, that's obviously a critical component of your business. Fresh produce is inherently going to give you trouble. You're going to find a rotten apple, you're going to have a damaged pear, something just is going to go wrong, and it's critical that we're able to address any issues that customers come up with. So we get a photo or an email, phone call, and we just make sure that we address any issue as quickly as possible. And I think that really resonates well with our customers, and that's been a key ingredient to getting us to where we are today.
Andrew, keeping with the theme of success, talk to us about using technology on your website as well. You have a facility where consumers can actually place an order online. Does this also add to the competitive advantage? And are you looking to use technology even further to catapult your position in the industry?
Look, I think the online presence, in many ways we make ourselves very accessible to our customers. So firstly through the website, yes, but then we're also always just an email or a phone call away, and I think that transparency really does help to engender some trust in your customers. And all the information is there ready displayed, and I think more and more companies who are developing the online presence are making all elements of their business, including pricing and what you get and how it works, just that much more available and easy to access. So I think it is critical that one has a very strong online presence. We've got, I think, a very strong presence, and it is easy to see what you order and how to order and to initiate your standing order. I think we can do better. Obviously, as we have plans to increase our product range and our offering, and I think that online presence and online structure and technology will have to keep getting stronger and better as we introduce more offerings. You've got to be able to manage that order coming in, you've got to be able to deliver on time, you've got to get the right product to the right person, and that is all driven by technology. You cannot do it without.
Yeah. Andrew, South Africa has faced a number of economic headwinds this year, one of them being the drought that struck the country. How did that impact on your business and the orders that you were getting in?
It certainly had an impact. It unfortunately wasn't as big as we anticipated. We definitely saw an increase in pricing in some fruit lines, and we saw some degradation in visual quality on some fruit. But overall, it ended up not being as bad as we thought, and we didn't have to pass on any additional pricing or cost increases to our customers. We were able to absorb a lot of that. And I think that just comes down to the fact that we've got a fantastic relationship with a local packhouse here, and they've got access to a huge range of farmers. They've had long-standing relationships. So I think that really helps to cushion the blow.
Andrew, we certainly wish you all the best in your endeavours going forward. A big thank you to the Fruit Cube co-founder, Andrew Scott.